So way back in chapter 3.2, we talked about solving systems of equations. We talked about substitution, elimination, and using a calculator. In this section, we're mostly going to focus on using a calculator because you can solve, let's say, 90% of the problems with the calculator. So the first thing you need to do is solve each equation for y, so we can graph it. So we have y squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0. Get y by itself, meaning add the 7x and subtracting the 3. Then square root both sides. So we get plus minus the square root of 7x minus 3. So we're going to graph that. And the negative of that, because you have to graph each one individually. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like a parabola opening to the side. That's what we expect from that type of equation as well. We'll set the second one equal to y as well. So we have 2x minus y equals 3. I'll add the y to the other side to make it easy on myself and subtract the 3 to the left side. So we get y equals 2x minus 3. So we'll graph that as well. And it looks like that line intersects the parabola twice. So we're going to calculate those two intersections because those will be the points, those will be the solutions to the question. So let's calculate the intersects. Second calculate 5 intersect. Now, this is where we have to be careful because since we actually wrote in two equations for the first one, for the first thing, we need to make sure we're on the right one. So I hit second calculate intersect. To find the first curve, you're going to go to the right until you find something. If you want to switch between the three things, you hit up and down. That's to switch lines. Anyways, let's say the first curve is there. Second curve, we don't want it on this one. We actually want it on this line in the middle because we want to know where those two things intersect. And so our first intersection is 4, 5. That's one solution. We got to find the other one though. So calculate first curve. Yep, we want the first curve to be on that. Second curve, I can't tell where that is. So I hit left and right. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. And we get 0.75 or 3/4 and negative 1.5. Those are the two solutions for this system using a graphing calculator. Okay, I want to keep this video short, but I wanted to show you that all of these problems can be solved using the calculator. You just have to set each equation equal to y and then graph them and calculate the intersect. The only time that this won't be possible is going to be, I'm looking for a specific example. It's only when y shows up twice in the same equation. So, okay, here with number 19. So notice how on the top equation you have 2y squared and you have y. That means you'll never be able to solve for just y. You can't actually graph that. So you can't solve for just y. So what you're going to have to do is use substitution. You set the bottom equation equal to y. So y equals 3x minus 2. That's how we set that one equal to y. Then you're going to take 3x minus 2 and you're going to plug it in anywhere you see a y on the top. So you plug it in for y squared and you plug it in for this y as well. Then you're going to solve for x, and that'll be your solution. Once you find the x's, you can find your points.